You can tell he was feeling it, but Hafthor, nice recovery, finished fourth in the frame carry. But those 12 reps are going to be hard for somebody else to beat. Power and strength are important, but so is good technique. And Bjornsson, entering this competition in the best shape of his life, was impressive.
Up next on the right from Poland, Mariusz Pudzianowski. In his third World's Strongest Man final, he placed 6th back in 2017. He's the leader after one event. On the left, the four-time World's Strongest Man champ. Tied for second all-time in that department, the American Brian Shaw. And he's in second place after one event. These guys have to get more than 12 reps in order to beat Iceland's Hafthor Bjornsson.
A little bit of a wider stance and tennis shoes for Shaw on the left, and a tighter base, and barefoot and socks for Pudzianowski on the right.
Pudzianowski made it clear to our Jenny Dell earlier that the deadlift is his least favorite event. He knows that he really struggles here.
He doesn't like the static events, but he's one of the best pullers we've seen in some time as Shaw. Repping out rep after rep on that left side, he may catch Hafthor.
Hafthor got 12. Shaw just locked out his 9th.
Shaw, an impressive deadlifter in his own right. Driving through the heels, those big quads and glutes, starting the movement. The lats locked in, that upper back, thrusting the hips forward. Does he have enough to tie Bjornsson?
Pudzianowski called it quits after 3. The story here is Shaw to tie Bjornsson. Can he get it with the extra efforts? He did right at the end of the time limit. He ties Hafthor, each finishing with a dozen.
Give it up for Mariusz
Pudzianowski of Poland. Tied for 8th, only 3 reps in the deadlift. But 18, Brian Shaw put on a show.
He certainly did. He knew he had to get that 12th rep, so he dug deep. The 4-time champion, the competitor, knew what he had to do, Brent, and the heavyweight battle between the favorites we were expecting has begun.
Things really materializing. Good drama here in the Philippines. Hafthor Bjornsson and Brian Shaw tie for first, each with 12. JF Caron comes in third with 11. Martins leads the United States in 4th place with 10 reps. And with that, Brian Shaw has a 2-point lead over second place with 18.5 points after 2 events. Bjornsson right behind him. Pudzianowski, who was the leader after the frame carry, drops all the way down to 6th. When we return to the Tachi Palace World's Strongest Man presented by Rogue, the athletes will take on one of the most grueling events of the final, the max overhead. Which athlete will press their way to the top? We find out coming up next. Welcome back to Rizal Park in Manila, the beautiful capital city of the Philippines. Here, all 10 finalists take on the third event of the final, the max overhead.
This is a fun one, Brent, where the strongmen will be asked to pick a barbell up off the ground with a starting weight of 386 pounds and lift and lock it out overhead.
We begin the tale of the max overhead with a storied one, a homesick competitor and the surprise visit he received here in Manila.
I see some of the guys have their wives here. I don't have the finances to bring along my wife and the kids. Just love to share this, to see what I see. Maybe someday.
From South Africa, Miss Universe, Tony's Lee Miller.
I just met Johan Els from South Africa.
It's like beauty and amazing.
We were speaking Afrikaans, none of you understood anything.
Proudly South African represent.
Johan Els.
A lot of people back home are rooting for me. This is your year. You're gonna do us proud. It's one of the most precious things in the world, time. You'll never become an owner of time because it just ticks off, but you can share it with someone.
There's immense pride that comes from being here. One of the strongest men on the planet.